Welcome to Campground Cuisine. Thanks for visiting my channel. Today I'm in the Ocala National Forest. Now that's located in Central Florida and it's a beautiful part of the state. And I'm at the Mill Dam Recreational Area. Now as you can see over my shoulder that we have access to a lake. We have both ramp and step access down to a small beach, and there's a nice little roped off safe space to swim in. If you don't want to be out in the sun or the water's too cold, there is a very large, super shaded canopy area behind me, sidewalks throughout, so you can get to different picnic areas very easily, even if you're pulling a cart with all your supplies. They also have a very nice restroom set up, so you're able to take advantage of having a park with facilities that also has a changing area. They have a pavilion if you have a large group of people getting together, as well as a very large fire pit. And we took advantage of that fire pit last night. Great time sitting around, talking, singing, and getting to know a lot of new folks. So 3 of the folks I met were nice enough to share some campground cuisine with me. First, Peggy fixed me breakfast and used her camp stove. And so very excited about seeing how to cook her Venezuelan breakfast. Then Judy was nice enough to show me how she does some prep work before she goes camping, fixing a lunch and having that ready to share with friends. For dinner, Jill is showing us a very unique dinner that I think you are going to be very interested in trying yourself. She actually cooks it over the fire, so that's really cool. So without further ado, let's go meet these 3 great ladies who are willing to share their campground cuisine. I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you take advantage of these recipes the next time you go camping. All right, have fun. Peggy, tell us a little bit about yourself, when you started camping, and a little bit about your recipe.
Okay, well, my name is Peggy D. I'm 65 years old. I've camped with a bunch of girlfriends for 36 years straight.
Wow. Okay, so we're back and wrapping up with the onions. While we were gone, you saw we started with some eggs. We had 5 eggs cracked and they're ready to be added when it's time. But Peggy said she browns the onions.
This was a whole big onion, but so about half of it is in here right now.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna add tomatoes.
A whole tomato.
This is 1 whole tomato,
okay.
kind of a large tomato. I'm gonna add about half of that.
Okay.
Back
and
in.
Awesome.
I'm gonna do that. Just cook the water out of it, basically. And now I'm going to season it. This is a mix of Celtic sea salt and Redmond's Himalayan, very good brand. So
okay.
I usually have my grinder, but I couldn't find it, so.
Well, that's why we keep the little flavor packs.
So
you just happen to have those, and so they're probably about half a teaspoon, and you put in 3, 4.
I would say they're about a quarter.
A quarter?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a really small amount in here.
So it's a healthy dose of pepper. I'll get closer and we'll see all the speckles. You can see all in there. Yeah, that's going to be good.
I just kind of eyeball it, but yeah, it's almost ready. It doesn't have to be completely dry. I don't like soggy eggs.
Right.
So yeah, it's getting pretty dry. Okay.
I remember that. It does cook fast. That's a good skillet.
Yeah, it's a camp skillet. This folds over on itself.
Oh.
So it doesn't take up a lot of room.
Official camp skillet. Okay, so those are cooked up. The eggs are cooked up. You're halving it.
And now I'm going to add back in some of these potatoes. Because they've already been heated up.
Right.
Well, actually, I think I'm going to just put the rest of them in.
Okay, so it's all done. So let's come on in and see what we've got. Ooh, So I'm gonna grab the fork here and get me a big old bite, some potatoes and some eggs.
Might be a little hot.
It's not steaming too bad. You'll know if it was too hot. That looks really good. Okay, let me let you know. That's good. You can taste the seasoning from the potatoes also.
Oh, good.
And it's not too much pepper because I don't love hot stuff, but it's the right amount of pepper for the seasoning. It's there, but it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, it kind of hits the back of your throat.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what you want. You don't want to eat pepper. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Peggy, listen, this is great. Thank you so much for sharing this and telling us a little bit about you. Pleasure getting to know
I
you.
wish you the best.
You've been my neighbor.
And this was fun.
Absolutely. And so we'll see you next time on Campground Cuisine.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Hey, this is Cindy with Campground Cuisine. I am at my good friend Judy's rig. We are at the Out on a Limb with Kim Mill Dam Meetup, October 2024. It's the place to be, and it's also the place to be to learn about some new food items. And so I'm going to turn this over to Judy to tell us what she's fixing up for our party tomorrow on the beach. She's got a good old classic with some nice twists, and I'm going to throw it over there to her now so she can share what she's doing to make this an outstanding pinwheel. Judy?
Hi, nice to be here. I'm doing some pimento pinwheels for the beach meetup tomorrow out on the beach, and I'm going to show you how you do it.
That's great. Now, you've done these before outside of camping.
Yes.
They're a good party
But
food.
they're easy to do, so I decided to do it here at the meetup.
Okay.
So I just pre-mix my items at home,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to. You can bring it with because the ingredients are made up of pimento cheese. You can buy that already made up as pimento, and then you mix in cream cheese with it, and you mix in cheddar cheese. Duke's mayonnaise is the best mayo to use with it.
That's what they
Onion
say.
Powder, garlic salt, or garlic powder. Don't use salt. Use the powder, and you just mix it all up.
All right. So you pre-mix it at home.
Mix it, and
Do
then
you freeze it or do you refrigerate
No,
it?
you refrigerate it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you take a piece of saran wrap and lay it down. And I like the spinach herb tortillas. I've already washed my hands, so we're good here.
Everybody was asking.
Yeah. And then you just lay it on there.
You got those at Aldi?
I got these at, I think I did get it at Aldi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right by my house, so that's one of my preferred places. And then you just take about 3 good-sized tablespoons and spread it out.
And one more time, what all did you add to this? You said the pimento cheese was almost pre-done, but you add things to it.
It's pimento cheese, but you add the Duke's mayo and the cream cheese.
And the cream cheese.
Yeah, and cheddar cheese.
Okay. How much of the...
I just guess.
Okay.
I grew up cooking, so I just guess.
Okay.
I have about probably 40 women will be down there.
Yeah.
So, I've already pre-made bags of this already to put in the refrigerator.
And so you spread that out pretty evenly.
You spread it out all the way to the ends because you want the last person to not get gypped, so to speak. So, and then you just take it, spread it out evenly. You need a little bit more there. And then you just roll it up.
I tell you, that cream cheese looks really good.
The cream cheese is really luscious. It's already, I got the softened. That way I don't have to slave over it.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get it to go in the mixer. And then you roll it up in the saran wrap.
Okay.
And make it a little firm because that's what keeps it together. Because you're going to cut these, you're going to cut them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to get 7 pieces out of that one roll.
Okay.
And that'll be tomorrow that I'll do it because I'm going to put it in the fridge, which is my little cooler down there. And I also make keto because we have girls here that are on diets and they don't want the calories.
Sure.
It's not that many calories, but it does make a difference. So
Carbs add up.
They sure do. So I made some keto for some of the girls.
So
that's how we do that.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, having this nice workstation in your rig.
Oh, I love this Mercedes.
I mean,
it's a dream.
it's beautiful.
My husband passed away 5 years ago, and he wanted me to live a good life. So my girlfriend Brenda, she passed away. We were going to travel together. She got her a rig, and then she's a nurse of 40 years, and she passed away.
Wow.
So, I'm doing it by myself with my dog, Tequila. She's not with me today. I usually don't take her when I meet up at a camp with the girls. But, so that's what
where's some of the places you've been camping that you really
I went
enjoy?
to Colorado. I drove out there. That's where I'm from, Colorado.
Oh, really?
Springs. Yeah.
Okay.
I drove
Ooh,
to
Colorado Springs is gorgeous.
And I'm going next month. It's Thanksgiving, so I'm going to do early Thanksgiving with my family. But one of my favorites is Vega State Park in Georgia.
Vega.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love Vogel. I'm sorry, it's Vogel.
Yeah, Vogel.
Vogel State Park, and I love that place. It's a mountain resort, and it's got streams, and they're building a big lodge cabin there now. So I'll be booking about September next year there with my dog.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I was wanting to stay there. We went to Helen, as I was mentioning.
That's what I did. I went to Helen, Georgia, because it's right there. So I spent almost a week there with my dog, and I hiked the Appalachian Trail with my dog.
Wow!
And met a lot of people along the way, and just discovered places on my own. I don't have any fear of going anywhere. I just get in the van and go.
Yeah.
I grew up in the mountains, so
you're a hardy people.
I'm a hardy person. I was raised by military.
You can handle it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get. They were booked. Matter of fact, the spot I got where we stayed for Helen was the last spot in the park.
It was that way when I was there. It was just so full.
Yeah.
And it was Labor Day. After Labor Day.
Yeah.
So I really had a good time.
Well, Judy, thanks for letting us come and visit you. I learned a lot about this. You don't have to.
You don't have to do much.
To do something really nice.
Put it together, roll it up, slap it in the fridge.
Yeah.
There you got it.
See, I would have missed the part about the fridge.
Yeah,
I would have missed
that. I can cut one up for you if you want to see what they look like.
That's all right. We'll be taking some shots of them tomorrow.
Okay, that'll work.
A little follow up.
Anyway.
Yeah, there we go. So super easy. Judy, thank you for letting us in the She Shed. It's an outstanding rig, and you're super fun. Thanks a bunch. And thanks for joining Campground Cuisine.
Thank you, Cindy.
Bye-bye.
That was fun.
So here we are at the Mill Dam Campout. This is dinner time, and my new friend Jill is going to be sharing a real creative way to fix some spaghetti squash, really changing up the dinner menu. So Jill, take it away and share with us some of your campground cuisine.
Well, thank you, Cindy. So good to be here. And I am Jilly with Jilly Ventures. And I am going to prepare right now and get ready to go out on the campfire a spaghetti squash. So this is a la Jilly. Spaghetti squash a la Jilly.
I like it.
So, and this is a really healthy little menu and really easy to do. The hardest part is cutting your spaghetti squash, obviously.
Please don't lose a finger while we're filming.
Yeah, that's a whole different kind of channel. Exactly. So all you want to do is split your spaghetti squash as easily or as more difficult as that may be. And I'm going to scoop out the innards of it once I get it done.
Okay.
And then we're just going to load it up with goodies on the inside.
All right. Would you ever consider keeping the seeds and roasting them?
I do. If I'm at home, these are super good to dry out and do in your air fryer.
Oh.
And very easy to do.
Air fryer. I hadn't even thought about that.
Or you can just kind of stick them out in your garden and they will grow and you will have wherever you throw them, they're going to come up volunteer
Outstanding.
somewhere.
It's my favorite
So,
kind of plant.
right? You don't have to do anything to it. So, just like all squash, it's got all that stuff on the inside. I'm trying to get off camera because that's kind
No
of the
problem.
part. So there's one we got going.
So we're already seeing, for those of you who don't know about spaghetti squash, it's a really unique squash in that after it is cooked, you can rake a fork through it and it literally looks like spaghetti. And even in certain diets, this is a great pasta replacement because you can put different Italian seasonings or tomato sauces. It looks like there might be a little something like that going on. But I had never heard about spaghetti squash till about 2 years ago, and someone shared it with me, and it is outstanding.
It is a great recipe, and I don't even, or a great vegetable, very versatile. And I've heard people do it sweet and make it with cinnamon and sugar, and you still have that going on. Or you could put a marinara in here with some assorted cheeses and that sort of thing. So I just started keto.
Okay.
So this is what I'm doing to keep me feeling like I'm doing something fancy.
Right.
And yet still be able to have some numminess. And you know, when you're out camping, or if you're like us and you're a fangirl or guy, just being able to cook things out on the grill without getting too much mess. This, I'm going to have my cutting board and a spoon and a knife, and that's it.
Okay.
Now, I happen to like the olive oil, but so you can use as little or as much as you like.
Okay.
But we're just going to kind of spread that around in here.
All right.
And I can have the good fats, so that's okay. Now, what I like to do is go ahead and put my seasonings right on top here, and then put my fillings inside on top of that, so that this is closest to my spaghetti squash. I'm also very heavy-handed with my spices, and you can use any kind of spices you like. If you want it to taste more Italian, of course you're going to use some kind of an Italian mix. You can use fresh herbs and lay the fresh herbs down in there. This is just a roasted garlic and herb mix that I get.
Okay.
And then the Himalayan salt. I need to add that to my diet. If you are one that can't handle or are on a restricted salt diet, you leave it out, right?
Right. But it is a good taste.
Exactly. So now this is some prepared turkey that I made before I came out on the trip.
Okay.
And what is in the turkey is a little bit of garlic, because I like the garlic. So garlic and herbs and turmeric. I put turmeric in everything. I even put turmeric in my coffee in the morning.
Oh.
A turmeric and cinnamon mixture. So like I said, if you want to do this sweet, you could do it with cinnamon and turmeric. Turmeric is great for inflammation. So, but I need to
Now,
load
is that
up.
ground?
This is
turkey?
ground turkey that I buy ground turkey,
Okay.
just already ready to go, and then cook it up before I go on my trip, so I don't have to cook that when I'm here.
Outstanding.
And so that makes it really easy. And I really do need to kind of load up on my protein.
Right.
So, and like Cindy said, we're going to cook this over the fire, so you'll see that. And then when I rake it all up, all of this is going to mix together.
Okay.
The next thing I'm putting on here is cheese.
All right.
Again, use any kind of cheese that you like, whatever sounds good to you. This is actually a Gouda. Probably a mozzarella would be really good. Anything would be really good. I prefer the Gouda. You can also, and we'll show you when we get down to the fire, you can flip it, you can go back and forth, you can do whatever you want, but I like cooking it like this, and I'm going to let it cook just standing up straight, just like this.
Okay.
So I'm expecting that my bottom is going to get a little bit more brown, shall we say, than the top, but I'm totally good with that because we're going to scoop that out.
So you don't wrap it or anything?
So I am.
Oh,
I'm going to wrap it in some heavy foil.
Okay.
The last thing I'm going to put on is I also make these. These came from my friend Donnie, and he roasts assorted bell peppers and then mixes them with EVOO and, of course, that blessed garlic.
Wow.
So the other thing I like about putting it on the top is because then my foil's not going to stick. So little pro tip there, because you don't want to lose all your delicious cheese to the foil. So aren't they pretty?
That really is very impressive.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take some heavy duty foil.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to double it up before I even put on there. And I'm going to make 2 little pockets. And let's see if I cut this one long enough. Probably not. These are some big old spaghetti squash.
Yeah, they are.
But you'll get the idea here. So all I'm going to do is set that right inside. If they're really wobbly or you have a problem with that or you're trying to do it on a grill, you can always take a little slice off the bottom.
Give it a little flat spot to sit on. Okay.
So I doubled that up. We're going to seal that up just like that. Keep all those good juices in there.
So it's a boat.
It's a boat.
Okay.
And it's going to kind of steam. It's going to kind of roast. It's going to kind of do all the stuffy stuff that we want it to do. Cut this one a little bit longer. And put that one in there. And our second boat. Roll it up. Crimp our ends.
This is nicer than the takeaway packages at a fancy restaurant.
And it's inexpensive. I mean,
yeah,
let's
this is
face
great.
it, right? So we've got our 2 boats here. They're ready to go on the grill or ready to go on your open pit fire, depending on where you are. And we'll check with you in a little bit.
All right, we'll see you at the fire.
We're all ready to go. We've got our little pit dug in here. And all we're going to take is those boats that we made with our squash. And we're going to just set them right here on some of those good hot coals. Let them go for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And we're going to check back.
Okay, great.
See you then.
We'll see you then. All right, so we've picked these up out of the fire. They're all ready, and we're going to walk over and open them up.
We are just taking them off of the grill. And aren't they pretty? Look at that. Oh, that's hot.
Yes, it is.
I know. That would be smart, wouldn't it? Woo, because that's hot.
It's funny how fire works.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got that all going. I don't want to, ouch, leave my bow out. Now, what we're going to do is, this is so cool. Coolest ever. And all you do is you just scrape your spaghetti squash. And see how it has all these kind of little strands in there?
Yep.
Oh, it's so hot. It's burning my other hand.
Wow.
So, but you get these great spaghetti strands. See, I'm going to have to do it so I can grab it.
Yep.
And that's all we're going to do is scrape all
And you
this
scrape
down.
it, scrape it,
and
scrape
scrape
it.
each one.
Of course, the cheese is kind of hiding some of the fiber, you know, the actual spaghetti
the
look.
spaghetti
Let me
looks.
zoom in there a little
But you
bit.
can kind of see there.
Yeah, I
Look
see
on the
it.
bottom.
Uh-huh.
And see now that I'm bringing all of this out. Now you can see the
Yeah,
strands.
there it
See how that
is.
goes? And it's got that beautiful roasted
Wow.
caramelization that you get when you roast veggies.
Yes.
So we've got
Hold
that.
on there.
We got that one all going. And see now, look, it's mixed with all that beautiful turkey and the cheese
This
and
is
the roasted
a
red
great
pepper.
low carb.
Right, if you wanted to add some more Parmesan or something like that, you could always do that too. But isn't that a beautiful, beautiful,
It
easy,
is beautiful.
easy meal?
It is beautiful. All right, Jill, thank you so much for sharing your campground cuisine.
Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.